Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're diving into something truly special, rare photos of Jayne Mansfield like you've never seen before. Paired with an untold story that'll leave you stunned. Picture this, a Hollywood icon, a blonde bombshell whose life was as dazzling as it was dramatic. But behind the glitz, there's a side to Jayne you might not know. Stick with me until the end, because I'm revealing a story that flips everything you thought you knew about her. Ready? Let's jump in. First, let's set the scene. Jayne Mansfield was a star of the 1950s and 60s, often compared to Marilyn Monroe, but with her own bold, unapologetic vibe. She wasn't just an actress, she was a sensation. From starring in films like The Girl Can't Help It to her jaw-dropping publicity stunts, Jayne knew how to keep the spotlight on her. But what if I told you there's more to her than the glamorous image? These rare photos we're about to explore show moments that cameras rarely caught, candid, raw, and real. Want to know what made Jayne tick? Keep watching because this gets juicy. Let's start with a photo that's pure Jayne. Imagine her in 1957, lounging by a pool in Los Angeles, surrounded by quirky bottles shaped like her iconic figure. This wasn't just a photo shoot. It was Jayne embracing her larger-than-life persona. She's laughing, her blonde curls glowing in the sun, and you can feel her energy through the image. But here's the hook. This wasn't just for fun. Jayne was a master at creating buzz, and this moment was part of her plan to stay in the headlines. Did she love the attention, or was it all a game? We'll uncover that by the end, so don't go anywhere. Now, picture Jayne on stage at the Tropicana in Las Vegas, 1958. She's wearing that infamous gold mesh dress, sparkling under the lights with just a few sequins covering the essentials. This rare photo captures her mid-performance, twirling with her husband, Mickey Hargitay. The crowd was wild, raising thousands for charity that night. But here's the untold bit. Jayne earned $25,000 a week for this show, way more than her movie contracts. She was out turning Hollywood's biggest stars in Vegas. Was she a savvy businesswoman or just chasing fame? Stick around, because the answer's coming. Let's shift gears to a quieter moment. In one rare photo, Jayne's at home with her kids, including a young Mariska Hargitay, who'd later star in Law & Order, SVU. This 1960s snapshot shows Jayne as a mom, reading a bedtime story, her glamorous makeup swapped for a soft smile. It's a side the tabloids didn't show. But here's the twist. Even in these private moments, Jayne's life was tangled with drama. Her marriage to Mickey was rocky, and rumors of affairs kept the press buzzing. How did she balance motherhood with her wild public life? Keep watching for the big reveal. Another gem is a 1955 photo from her Broadway days in Asterisk, Will Success Spoil Rock Hunter? Jayne's in character as Rita Marlowe, winking at the camera with that playful charm. This role made her a star, but behind the scenes, she was fighting to be taken seriously. Critics called her the smartest dumb blonde, a nickname she both loved and hated. This photo captures her at a turning point before Hollywood fully embraced her. Want to know how she turned that role into a movie deal? It's part of the untold story, so don't miss the end. Here's a fun one. A 1960 photo of Jayne at a publicity stunt, posing with a gorilla for a movie promo. She's all smiles, but her eyes tell a different story. This was classic Jayne, always ready to push boundaries to stay relevant. But here's the hook. Stunts like this almost cost her custody of her daughter, Jane Marie. The public loved her bold moves, but some saw them as too much. Was Jayne in control, or was the pressure getting to her? We're building to the truth, so stay with me. Let's talk about her pink palace, the mansion she bought with Mickey in 1958. One rare photo. shows Jayne in her pink paradise, surrounded by heart-shaped furniture and sparkling walls. She painted everything pink: her car, her clothes, even the pool. This photo screams Jayne's brand, but it also hints at her obsession with image. Did you know she spent a fortune to make this house her trademark? Yet, behind closed doors, her life was unraveling. The Untold story ties into this, and it's a shock or keep watching. Now, imagine Jayne in 1966, performing at the Latin Quarter in New York. This rare photo catches her mid-song in a glittering gown, owning the stage. Her nightclub acts were a comeback attempt, but the crowds weren't what they used to be. She was still a star, but the industry was changing. This photo hides a secret. Jayne was struggling with personal demons, including a rocky relationship with her attorney, Sam Brody. How did she keep smiling through it all? The answer's coming, and it's not what you expect. Here's a heartbreaker: a 1967 photo, one of the last ever taken. Jayne's in Biloxi, Mississippi, laughing with fans just hours before her tragic car accident. She was only 34, yet her life was packed with highs and lows. This photo feels haunting now, knowing what happened next. The crash took Jayne, Sam, Brody, and their driver, but her 3 kids, including Mariska, survived. Rumors swirled about her death, but the truth is even more gripping. We're almost at the untold story, so don't click away. So, what's the big takeaway? Jayne Mansfield lived a life that was both a performance and painfully real. These photos show her at her boldest, her softest, and her most vulnerable. They remind us that behind every icon is a human story. I hope you loved this journey as much as I did. If you did, hit that like button, share this video, and subscribe for more deep dives into Hollywood's hidden stories. And don't miss the next one. I'm already working on something wild. Watch till the end and let me know in the comments what surprised you most about Jayne. See you next time.